Alright, so 2 new movies have been released on physical media, and I did pick them up, both of them. The first one is Where the Crawdads Sing, which I talked about in yesterday's video, so you guys will have to go ahead and check that one out right now before you do this, because I'm not really going to spend a lot of time on that one. I'm just going to breeze over my initial thoughts on that one. The main video that this is I bought Beast a while back, the Idris Elba lion action movie, and I am going to review that one. But before I do, make sure to subscribe, like button, hit the bell, comment down below. In case you can't tell, I really don't feel good right now. I'm actually filming this really early because I plan on like just sitting around and doing nothing tonight. But you know, whatever. And I'm sorry. Normally I film like 2 videos, so normally I would like double upload the day I'm uploading this. Not gonna happen. I really don't feel good. I'm just really need to relax. Sorry guys. And with that said, we need to talk about Where the Crawdads Sing first. And Where the Crawdads Sing is possibly the most boring film of the year. Heck, it's more boring than The Unbearable Weight of Massive Disappointment, what I like to call it, because I did not like it at all. The first act, I wouldn't even be talking about it here because there was just nothing. It was easily watchable. It was cool to sit down to watch with my brother. But then the movie goes on and we get to more romance. We get to more dirty, you know what I'm saying, like people doing it. We get to more of that, and then by the end of the film, we don't even get any answers. Not a single answer is answered. Like, oh, the lady just gets off scot-free. We don't know who killed the guy. We don't know anything. And that, to me, just ruined the entire film. Now, let's go into specifics here, just a few minutes. Of the cast here, they're alright. They're not terrible. I didn't hate any of the characters, but they're not great either. They're just decent people here. The story here, like I just said, it's kind of coherent at times. Then again, it doesn't make sense because they treat this girl as this complete outcast. And through the entirety of the film, we see her making love to multiple people that all love her. Like, it doesn't make sense. How does people love her when she's supposed to be treated like an outcast? The story and the writing is terrible. And then, of course, we didn't even get an ending. We don't even know what happened to this chick, and it doesn't make sense. It's not coherent. It's boring. It put me to sleep. I was so tired after watching this one because it is just a dull film that I really think my grandma loved this movie because it's a lot like the book. Me, I'm not really that into it. I didn't like the movie. Let's talk about something that is more my forte, but first off, I'm going to give Where the Crawdads Sing a D+. It's not a coherent movie. I really wanted to like it. Really felt disappointed that I didn't like it, but it's just not my type of movie. Not at all. It's actually pretty bad when you think about it like that. But let's talk about Beast here for a minute. The new Idris Elba movie follows Idris Elba and his 2 daughters as they have to fight this crazy lion that's killing a bunch of people. And this is 100% my movie. We talked about Where the Crawdads Sing, which is just a movie that's not my movie at all. This movie right here is 100% mine because I love movies where monsters are just attacking people. I find them to be a blast, and I 100% enjoyed this one. I want to talk about my negatives first. First one is, I was in a mood for good characters. I just watched Escape Room and Escape Room 2. Escape Room had good characters, they had a good backstory. I was in the mood for this film to have them, and they didn't. It was just a typical dad and mother getting divorced. Mother dies, tries to get his daughters don't like him. It's basically the exact same thing that any of the other ones had, like any other monster movie. It just confuses me why they couldn't even try a more unique and special way, because in that aspect the movie doesn't feel unique, it just feels dull. Luckily, it gets everything that a blockbuster should have. At first, it was just like a lion clawing under a cart, lion chasing these guys, and that was fun. We got to the cheesy element where the car falls off the cliff and explodes and the lion gets back up. Then it turns cheesy. Then in the end, the lions go and get him and the other lions attack. That was all fun for me. And this isn't one of the greatest one of these movies. I didn't even love the movie. I just enjoyed it because the slashes and the thrills of this lion were great. The CGI on the lion made the lion look ultra real. It looks like a very evil version of Scar. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to make a Lion King horror movie and like, oh, it's not common grounds. Let's just make a lion trying to kill people. And that's how this movie was made. Because it feels in a little bit like Scar is the lion, and it looks like Scar, and it's really cool. All the kills are really cool. There were characters that I didn't want to die, and they did die. It was paced in a really nice way, and the suspense is really well done. There's one part where Idris Elba's under this tree, and this lion's crawling right above it while he's in the water, and then the lion jumps in the water. That's a phobia of mine, of lions getting in the water and starting to attack. I hate that. It scares the absolute crap out of me, and it does it really well. It balances all the fears and the chills of this kind of film within it, and with the lion looking great, you can excuse the characters. You excuse the characters because it was paced in an entertaining way. The kills were entertaining. The lion looked really good. This is just a film this is the genre of film that I will love the most and enjoy watching the most. It would have been better if they had a better script, if they had better writing, if they had a better storyboarding. But for what they did with an Idris Elba movie, it was pretty fun. The lion, of course, that was the highlight of the movie. And we gotta talk about the cast. Idris Elba here, just a dad bod, and it was pretty cool. He didn't feel like a kick butt character. He felt like a guy trying to survive with his daughters, but then in the end, it kind of goes that full cheesy route, which is a bit confusing the way it goes. But I loved it because I enjoyed watching all this lion action. This is just a movie that I wish I saw in the theaters. Watching it on TV is fun. It's definitely a movie to sit down and watch on a Friday night. It's enjoyable, it's scary, and that's why it is getting a B. So that was my 2 reviews for these movies. I got a couple videos coming up next week. I start my Christmas special. Actually, the next video will probably be a Christmas review. But, yeah, please take a moment to subscribe, like button, hit the bell, comment down below. We're the Crawdads singing, what's it called? I almost called it Crawl. Beast. Beast is what it's called. Crawl is another one of these good movies. Crawl's about, like, it's basically the same thing, but with alligators, like a B movie. Except I love that movie. I gave it, like, 5 stars on Letterboxd. That movie is an absolute blast. If you guys want to see me talk about it, go ahead and subscribe and comment down below. And with that said, as always, subscribe, join the Nerd Army. Peace out.